At around 8 in the morning, the Noordam docked at the Bridgetown cruise terminal, located 1 mile from the downtown area. Barbados is a sovereign island country in the Lesser Antilles. It is 21 miles in length and up to 14 miles in width. Located outside of the principal Atlantic hurricane belt, it is a leading tourist destination. While the island was discovered in the late 15th century by the Spanish, it was the British who took ownership almost 200 years later in the early 17th century. The Barbados in Focus, a photographic expedition tour, was listed as a guest's favorite, and it took us through some of the island's most picturesque areas. Our first stop was at the historic grounds of Strong Hope Plantation. In the picture is the long and elegant driveway surrounded by enormous cabbage palm trees and beautiful fauna. Entrance to the plantation is controlled by means of this handsome iron gate. The second stop was at a Chattel house, one of Barbados' architectural gems that are rapidly disappearing. There are only a few remaining of the original model, with traditional jalousie shutters and window hoods. The high-pitched gable roof without eaves enabled these houses to withstand the high winds of the hurricane season. The Scotland district houses the only highlands of Barbados, covered in parts with jungle-like vegetation, quite unlike the rest of the island, which is rather flat, deforested and commonly used for agriculture. Due to its land composition, the Scotland district is more prone to landslides. Thus, to avoid damage to the roads due to the landslides, the edges are protected with chicken wire as shown in these pictures. The Scotland district contains rocks about 30 to 50 million years old. As we rode along the Barbados countryside, I was able to capture images of the colorful architecture with British and Spanish colonial influences. Our last stop was at Barclays Park, a small village in the parish of St. Andrew, overlooking the stunning Cuddlewash Beach, where the impressive Atlantic waves crash onto the shores. Barclays Park was named after Barclays Bank International Limited, who gifted the park to the government of Barbados in order to commemorate the occasion of the country's independence in 1966. It was opened the same year by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. On this side of Barbados coast, the strong currents and powerful waves make the sea too dangerous for swimming. The 3WS Oval Cricket Field at the entrance of the Cahill campus of the University of the West Indies. Cricket is one of the most followed games in Barbados. Kensington Oval hosted the 2007 Cricket World Cup final. Harrison's Cave is rated one of the finest caves in the world. The caves were first mentioned in historical documents in 1795. For almost 200 years, they were forgotten. In 1976, Ole Sorensen, along with Tony Mason, rediscovered them. The caves were opened as a tourist attraction in 1981. The caves allow visitors to see some of the most beautiful natural geological features of Barbados. It is now Barbados's #1 attraction. The caves are naturally formed by water erosion through the limestone rock. The calcium-rich water that runs through the caves have formed the unusual stalactites and stalagmites formations. Harrison's Cave is situated at 700 feet above sea level. Let's enjoy the tram ride through the caves.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good morning and welcome all of you to Harrison's Cave. I am Sandra. I will be guiding with you for 40 minutes, and driving us is Sean. Say hello to Sean. All right. Now our tour begins as we travel down a man-made tunnel constructed in 1978. The cave has a constant temperature of 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius. It will stay at this temperature throughout the year with a constant humidity of 96%. And this is constant all year round. It's a small area that is called the village because it resembles people standing here together in this area. So the formations reminds most persons of loving families. Can you not feel the love coming out of this area? I am feeling that family love. So every formation that you will hear me tell you about while we're on tour can be found here in this area. How about columns and all the soda straws here, the floor stone, just to name a few. Along this passage here, you're going to see some miniature waterfalls. These are called tufa dams. Take a closer look and see how smooth the surface is. Well, most falls in the cave look like this. For 4 long years, every day the cavers set out to map and chart the course. They did not drive through the cave on their tram. Ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you capture from this angle. And remember, background here, make sure you use this area here for your picture taking. All here is lovely. Especially right here. These stalagmites are less than 7,000 years old. Can anyone guess how fast they are growing besides very, very slow? Would you believe that the stalagmites are increasing by less than the thickness of a piece of paper each year? But that's fine. In the ceiling, where you're already looking, is a beautiful formation. I will call this the chandelier. You can see for yourselves why it's called the chandelier. Most persons say a jellyfish or giant squid with its corresponding stalagmite. Scientists has estimated that it would take at least 20,000 years before these two join as one and become a column. So these two will continue growing until they meet each other to form that column, and that will be 20 years from now. Straight ahead and significant because it can grow quickly in one tropical case. You see the end? At the end of a saw, most persons say teeth. Only one person will volunteer. But since the cave of November 1981, the cave was officially open to the public.
The following pictures and video clips were captured during our return to the Bridgetown port to board the Noordam before it set sail toward Fort de France, Martinique, at 5 in the afternoon. After dinner, we headed toward the Vista Lounge, where we enjoyed concert pianist Elliot Finkel.